What if I told you that the person everyone laughed at, the boy teachers ignored, the son his own relatives called useless, would one day become the person they all looked up to? This isn't just another success story. It's a story about pain, rejection, loneliness, and one decision that changed an entire life. So before you skip this video, ask yourself one question. What if my biggest failure is actually the beginning of my greatest success? Aarav was born into a poor family. His father worked day and night carrying heavy sacks in a warehouse. His mother stitched clothes for neighbors until late at night. Every penny mattered. Yet, despite all their sacrifices, Aarav kept failing. Every exam, every competition, every opportunity. His classmates laughed. Teachers had already decided, this boy will never do anything. Every report card became another reminder that he wasn't good enough. At home, he never saw disappointment in his parents' words, but he saw it in their tired eyes. That hurt even more. One evening, his father quietly placed his rough hand on Aarav's shoulder. "My son, life doesn't ask how many times you fail, it asks whether you stand up one more time." Those words stayed in Aarav's heart, even though he didn't fully believe them yet. Emotion, sadness, sympathy. Months passed. Nothing changed. One day, Aarav failed another important exam. This time, he didn't even cry. He simply walked home in silence. Rain poured heavily. He sat on a broken bench near an old park. For the first time, he questioned everything. Maybe everyone is right. Maybe I really am a failure. Hours passed. No phone, no friends, no hope. Then, an old man sat beside him. Without asking anything, he simply smiled. "Young man, do you know how bamboo grows?" Aarav shook his head. The old man said, "For years, the bamboo grows beneath the ground. No one sees it. People think nothing is happening. But one day, it shoots up toward the sky faster than anyone imagined. Success works the same way." Then he stood up and walked away. Aarav never saw him again, but those words planted a seed. Emotion. Hopelessness turning into hope. Aarav made a promise. "I may not control results, but I can control my effort." The next morning, while the world slept, his alarm rang at 4 a.m. Every day, he studied. He exercised. He read books. He learned skills online. Whenever he felt like quitting, he remembered the bamboo. Days became weeks. Weeks became months. There were no miracles, only consistency. And slowly, the impossible became possible. His marks improved. His confidence returned. Most importantly, he started believing in himself. Just when everything seemed better, life tested him again. His father suffered a serious back injury. The family's only income stopped. Bills piled up. The landlord demanded rent. There was almost no food left. Aarav had two choices: quit his dreams or fight harder than ever before. During the day, he worked delivering packages. At night, he studied until sunrise. He slept barely 4 hours. His body was exhausted, but his purpose kept him alive. Every drop of sweat carried one silent promise: I will change my family's life. Aarav was invited as the chief guest at his old school. The same classroom, the same hall, the same teachers. He stood on stage. He looked at the students, then smiled. "I wasn't the smartest. I wasn't the richest. I wasn't the most talented. I was simply the one who refused to quit." The entire hall stood up, not because he became successful, but because everyone saw hope in his story. Success doesn't belong to the most talented. It belongs to the person who keeps moving forward after everyone else has stopped. Never let today's failure steal tomorrow's victory. Your story isn't over. In fact, it may have just begun. Emotion. Powerful. Hopeful.